Hello there, how are you? Actually, I'm feeling a little under the weather. I was trying to sleep but couldn't find any, so I thought of coming up and giving you all update. Okay, so here I am. Today's update is for those individuals who got betrayed by their counterparts or who experienced brutal deception. So what's coming up here might be triggering for a lot of you, so I'm kind of warning you here before getting into details that listen till the end without making any judgments or assumptions, okay? Today's update and today's reading is more focused on learning and forgiving, which I see is going to be a little challenging for you, or you may find it very, very triggering and upsetting at times, because these are not mistakes that you're going to get asked to forgive and let go. These were serious sins done either by your person or other people involved in your connection or situation. That's why I'm saying listen to me till the end before making any baseless assumptions or judgments, okay? So as I see here that you got brutally betrayed here on your journey, either by your counterpart or because of other people involved in your situation. I see that you were abandoned. I saw number 222 right when I said that. You were left out, rejected and forced to heal on yourself by yourself. People did you dirty and didn't even show any regret or remorse. Your counterpart left you for other people or for someone else. Didn't look back, didn't regret his or her choices or decisions, didn't care about you or your existence, just moved on with his or her life, or did whatever he or she did so that he or she could move on from you and create better. In his or her perspective, that was better. I don't see it being better anyways. Or because of other people, this person thought and assumed that it would bring better in his or her life, which is not going to happen. So what I'm seeing here is that a situation is going to come here where you're going to get challenged by your counterpart or by the changing situations and circumstances. Now don't get scared and afraid of what's coming up ahead. It's not anything bad or ill-fated. It's just that you're going to get forced to either let go of something or accept something or realize something or learn something you are going to find very difficult to do or accept. Okay, this is about the anger, the resentment and the bitterness you have developed against your counterpart or the people involved in your situation or connection. Who did you wrong here? This is about that. What I see here is that your person is either going through something very, very terrible and tormenting at the moment, or is going to go through in the near future. On the other hand, I'm seeing that you are trying to move on, or you are going to choose moving on from these kind of people, this person who took you for granted, who didn't treat you right, who abused your emotions and feelings for something or someone else of materialistic nature. It's not like you cannot move on, but what I see here is that you cannot move on from this person having this resentment or this bitterness in your heart. I see here that such kind of circumstances are about to arise or are going to arise where you guys are going to get forced to face each other or express how you feel about each other once again. This might be disturbing, this might be upsetting or triggering for a lot of people here, because it's going to force both of you to let go of that guilt, resentment, anger and pent-up rage you've developed and harbored in your heart against each other, or this can just be about you here. Because I see that there's someone who's very likely the person who got hurt in the process, that's you, holding on to or harboring great amounts of bitterness, anger, resentment, and rage. It's not like there are feelings of vengeance or revenge. No, not like that. I see that people are trying to move on, let go, and focus on something else. They are trying to build something, attract something good, something positive. But what I see here is that things cannot end on such an ugly note between the two of you. I see reconciliation here. I see heart-to-heart conversations happening here, or a meetup. If you do not want to be with this person for whatever reason, let's say if you do not want to get married or be in marriage or have any kind of connection or relationship with this person, still you cannot part ways with so much of hatred or resentment or anger or upsets. This has to release. You'll be forced or challenged to let go of that. That's what I see here. A situation is coming up where you'll be forced to come back, or a chance meeting may occur where you'll have to face each other, and then you'll get challenged to either let go of the past, accept the present, and move towards your future, better future. I see reunions happening here, and at the same time I'm seeing that a blow up happening, which is giving me only one message, that even if you have to fight with each other, even if you end up cursing each other or displaying your upsets, expressing how hurt you felt, you might even say each other some really horrible things, still I see that you have to come on the same level. You have to reignite the passion or the love, or it's going to get reignited in between the two of you. No matter how disgusted you might feel about this person at the moment, or how much you want to move on from this person, how much you want to forget about this person, I still see a happy ending here. An ending where there's no resentment, no pent-up grudges or anger or any kind of upset left between the two of you or within your heart. Okay, it's very likely that your person may resent you for some reason. I mean, your counterpart. You definitely may have developed a lot of anger or resentment, or in some cases it's on unconscious level. Okay, it's not that direct, it's not that much on the surface just yet, but whenever you're going to get triggered, or whenever you're going to get challenged to let go of the past, forget about what happened, or accept this person back, I see that coming up. I see you bursting out of something, with something actually, something that is connected with the past, or about what happened with you in the past, which was of a very hurtful and tormenting nature, which was very depressing, humiliating, and regressing in nature. You might not show it to others, you might not even talk about it to your own self, but it is there. That's what I see. This update is very, very deep and insightful, so I'd request you all to go deeper into it and realize, actually try to learn what exactly it's trying to convey to you, bring to your attention, and unveil. It's about going deeper into yourself, into your psyche and your emotional body. Talk to yourself about this, because I see a wound here. I see a hurt that's still not healed. I see pain here, which is slowly but surely turning into rage and anger, or is going to turn into rage and anger, from which you'd have to heal, which you'd have to release and let go, or move on from. Right now, what I see here is that you guys are trying to move on from this person who did you wrong, or the other people who were in the picture. Moving on from them, forgetting about their existence, is a good thing. There's nothing wrong about it. You're not at fault while making that kind of a decision or choice, but holding on to that resentment or that anger, which likely is going to blow up or is going to come out as you bursting up, either onto your person or onto these other people, or just on some other person in general. That's not healthy for you. That's not going to take you far and further on your spiritual journey. So I see a situation coming up here. event coming up here maybe, or some kind of happening where either you're going to get forced to burst up with this anger or rage so that it could be released, or you are going to get challenged to release it, either by expressing it or writing it down or saying it or doing whatever is necessary for you to release this. Because I feel like it's because of this you might feel very, very stuck. Because of this negative energy you're harboring within you, or this hatred that's developing, you might end up blocking your blessings for some reason. I don't see your person moving on from you either, no matter how many attempts they're going to make. I see both of you coming back to square one here, which is what exactly is making this read very, very interesting. I see you two both coming back to square one and getting challenged, forced, and kind of left out with no other option but to reconcile, let go of the past, and accept each other with love again. Can you get the message here, what exactly I'm trying to say? Yes, they might be trying to move on from you right now after they've betrayed you and, did all kinds of dirty things here. They might be flying high, thinking that they'll get away. I don't see any of their plans working out. At the same time, I'm seeing that you're making plans of moving on here, but I still see that you will be redirected back in some way, shape, or form. If you think of moving on from this person while holding on to this hatred or resentment, I see even your plans are going to get destroyed. That's why I said, do not make any assumptions before listening to me till the end. I know after hearing that you might feel very upset or triggered. That's why I said in the beginning, this reading may trigger you. Some kind of unexpected event or outcome or occurrence may occur, which is going to force you to come back together or just face each other once again, which is going to be very difficult. It's because of what happened in the past. It's because of what this person did to you in the past. It's because of the guilt this person might hold on to, or the regrets or the remorse. It's going to be very difficult to reignite that innocence or that love or that purity within your connection once again, because your judgments towards each other, your upsets towards each other, your anger towards each other is going to block it. And there's no way you can part ways with holding on to that. That's the message I'm seeing and receiving here. You might want to, they might want to as well, so that they wouldn't have to face the consequences, but I don't see that happening here at all. I see that you are going to get forced to confront yourselves, face yourselves, and then each other, which is going to be difficult. This is what this reading is talking about and is bringing to your knowledge and attention here. So prepare yourself for this. Many of you are meant to be with your twins or your soulmates. Many of you are meant to reconcile back and sort things out. But because of what happened and because of the hurt and the pain you endured, because of the humiliation you experienced, you might not want to. And that's fine, okay? It's not like it's unjust on your end to think that way or want to just move on and never look back at this person. That's all right. But what I see here is that for those of you, this reunion is meant to be. For those of you, you are meant to come back together so that other people can learn from your example, or it's in your divine plan to learn the lesson of forgiveness and learning. You'll be coming back and you'll have to face each other once again. So this is the challenge I receive you have on your way or ahead of you. So prepare for this, because I see that no matter how many plans you're going to make, both of you, they won't work out. For the time being, they may look like they're working out, but in the end, I see a dead end here. If you two are meant to come back together and reunite. So it's not like that you cannot move on and focus on your business, occupation, career, or something else. You have to do that, but make sure you're not forgetting about the lessons God's trying to teach you here, or your life experiences are trying to teach you here. Okay, that's the lesson here. The lesson is of forgiving and learning and letting go. And in some cases, accepting each other back, which is going to be difficult and very, very challenging. So prepare for this again. Seek divine help, assistance, and guidance. You'll receive it all. I see that both of you are going to get challenged to forget about the past and what happened and move on, either with each other or maybe separately, individually, but on good terms or on friendly terms. Okay, it's not like that the love you two share is going to just fade into thin air or is going to die with time. That's not going to happen. That's why I'm seeing that another cycle is coming up here, or a fated event is about to happen between the two of you, where you'll have to make a choice, which won't be that easy. Okay, definitely there was deception here, definitely there was betrayal here, definitely there was cheating, another person involved. This person might have done you the dirtiest anyone could have ever done. That's why I see that you have a challenge coming up ahead. In some of the cases, I'm also seeing that someone who did you wrong, other than your divine counterpart, is also going to come back in your life and may ask for forgiveness. This person as well deceived you in some way, shape, or form, or did you dirty. There might be a person here you encountered in your past or had some sort of connection with in the past who deceived you, then gaslighted you, then created false stories about you, then tried to disrupt your life, destroy your life or your reputation or plans. I see that even this person is going to get forced to regret, repent, and realize what this person did to you, and then come back. And here as well, I see that you'll be challenged to forgive this person. You do not have to accept this person back in any way, shape, or form, but the same thing, you cannot part ways with hatred, because that just brings both the individuals in a very negative loop. You've got to come back together to resolve your issues in another lifetime. That's what they say. That's what scriptures say. That's what I'm trying to say here. So I hope that you're getting the message. So prepare for this. And yes, there was one thing which was bothering me, and I wanted to address it. Lately, I've been seeing that a lot of people, mean people, are coming up and commenting useless things here. There was someone who came up recently and said that nothing ever happens, there's no karma, no justice, and I see them, the people who did that person wrong, thriving and all. What exactly do you want me to talk on this or say about that? Everyone is on a different timeline. Not everyone experiences the same thing at the exact same point in time or moment. So you have to be wise and use some common sense. It's not like you're living with those people 24/7. You do not know if that person tripped off the staircase and had an internal injury. Could you see that? Can you see that? Now, what will you call that incidence? Karma or what? If that person ends up losing his memory or experiencing a big loss, what would you call that? But can you see it happening in front of your eyes? Maybe that person kept it all a secret or was able to hide it from you or other people. Please use your common sense here and do not bring your negativity here into the comment section, affecting all other people who are here trying to heal. Karma doesn't forget its address, no matter how powerful one thinks he or she is. Okay? Don't act so entitled and so superior and so special. Everyone is on the same boat here. Everyone's trying to move towards peace, gain peace in their life. Everyone's trying to heal. Everyone wants justice. Who doesn't want justice? But there's something called divine timing here. There's something called balance here. There's something called karmic accounts. You have to study these first and then spit out some shit from your mouth. Think of doing so. Okay, that's all. I'm sorry if that was not required, but I had to speak about it because suddenly it was bothering me. It's not like that I was crying about it or I was upset about it. No, this has to be addressed and talked about so that people know what exactly they're saying and doing and how it affects others. It's not about me, it's about other people who are here, who read those kind of comments. What do you think they'll think about you or about their own life after reading such baseless, useless, nonsense-filled comment? Be careful, be wise. At least on these kind of videos, if you're really spiritual, if you're trying to learn something, ascend, you cannot act like this. So that's all. This was your update for today. I'll be back sooner than later. Till then, take care of yourself and your loved ones. Bye bye.